Before installing your automatic gate opener, carefully check your gate to make sure that it swings smoothly without binding or dragging. Make sure that the hinges are in good working order. Ball bearing hinges are recommended on all gate leafs over 250 pounds. Check that your gate is level. The wire is not included in the kit. You may prefer the convenience of the optional solar panels for charging this system. One or more panels up to a 15-watt maximum must be used if your gate is more than 1,000 feet from an AC power supply. Automatic gate opener comes complete with all the parts needed to be up and running in a few hours. In some cases, additional items may be needed. You may also need the optional solar panel or panels if your gate is more than 1,000 feet from a power source, and you will need conduit to protect the wire above ground. Refer to your installation manual for additional exceptions. Your first step is to locate a spot for the open position stop post. The gate should open somewhere between 80 and 110 degrees from the closed position. Measure approximately 2/3 down the length of the gate from the hinges. This is where a permanent metal, wood, or concrete stop post should be placed. In this step, you will be determining the approximate vertical position on the gate post for the post brackets. Attach the gate post bracket assembly and the gate bracket to the actuator. This step is critical in ensuring that your gate operator mounts properly. The post bracket assembly must be mounted in such a way that the end of the actuator is 4 1/2 inches out and 4 1/2 inches back from the center of the gate hinge. Use the provided template or a ruler to determine this position. We recommend that you read the installation manual to fully understand this procedure. Experiment with different mounting positions by rotating the bracket until you reach the 4 1/2 inch by 4 1/2 inch offset position. Most installations will use the pivot bracket shown here. The 4 1/2 inch by 4 1/2 inch offset is determined in the same way. With the gate in the open position, have a helper hold this assembly in the approximate mounting position between the gate hinges. Use the provided nylon wire ties or C-clamps to attach it to the gate post and the gate cross member. Make sure that the actuator assembly is level and then mark the holes through the center of the slots. With a 3/8 inch bit, drill holes over the marks. In some cases, depending on the gate post material, it may be easier to drill pilot holes first over the center of the marks. Attach the post brackets to the gate post using the hardware provided. Cut off any excess length of the bolts with a hacksaw or bolt cutter. Now the gate bracket position must be determined. Reattach the actuator into the post brackets and into the gate bracket clevis, which was wire tied to the cross member earlier. Mark holes through the middle of the slots after making sure that the actuator is level. Drill 3/8 inch holes through the cross member and attach the bracket. Open the gate and attach the actuator to the gate bracket. Tighten the bolts on the gate bracket. Livestock tube gates or any other gate made of thin wall tube may need the reinforcement plates provided in the kit. See the installation manual for specifics on mounting to the gate bracket. Move the gate from the full open position until it makes contact with the fence post. The front end of the actuator should be removed from the actuator, but supported by a wire tie or clamp. Mark the holes for mounting the stop plate to the gate. Drill holes over the marks. Mount the stop plate to the gate with the U-bolts, screws, or other hardware that you have purchased. The gate should ideally stop at the moment it contacts the fence post. There are a number of ways that the stop plate can be mounted depending on the type of gate that you have. U-bolts, muffler clamps, wood screws, and metal screws are among the many fastening methods. An optional automatic gate lock can be used in place of the stop plate to provide additional security and convenience. In this installation, we use a square bolt to mount the control box to a square metal post. Wire ties may be used to mount the box to a chain link fence, wood screws for mounting on a board, and metal screws on a metal plate. To install the battery, first press the button on the bottom of the control box to off. Remove the control box cover and insert the battery. The terminals must be on the left side. Connect the red wire to the positive terminal and the black wire to the negative terminal. Connect the power cord from the control box to the coupling on the bottom of the actuator. The external receiver comes pre-wired to the control board. They are connected to the terminal block marked Option on the lower right of the circuit board. For specifics on programming the remote control and receiver, check your manual and watch this brief demonstration. With the power turned on, press the Learn button on the control board. The red LED on the bottom of the receiver will light up. Press the remote control and the red light will turn off. Press the remote control again and the receiver will flash for 3 seconds. The buzzer will sound 8 times, indicating that the code has been set. The system can program up to 15 remote control transmitters. Mount the receiver to a spot nearby using the screw provided.